Guys, what's going on? My name's Chris. Welcome to another Dark Souls video. I got something new here, or at least I think it's new. I don't think anybody's ever tried this before. Right now you can see I'm fucking with the Asylum demon, and I'm just getting through him basically because I've got a new challenge that I'm going to try to do on Dark Souls that I don't believe anybody's ever tried before. And what that's going to be is, you can see from the title, but it's just something I kind of thought. I don't know if anybody else has done it before. I've never seen any videos on it, but it's gonna be like gimped weapons, which basically means, in a nutshell, anything that you cannot swing, like you don't meet the strength requirements for, I'm gonna try to beat all the bosses using just those in the game. And like I said before, you can't do it with the Asylum demon because, well, you don't have any weapons that are that you can access from the beginning of the game that you don't meet strength requirements for. So I decided to use the broken sword or whatever that luckily dropped from one of the knights, from one of the undead that I killed on the way there. I could have probably used the hilt, but that's just so tedious. But so the basic idea is, if you do something, if you use a weapon that has you meet the strength requirement but you don't meet the dex requirement, you can still swing at full speed. So if you were to let's say like put a lightning enchant on that, you're still going to be able to attack at the utmost speed you can. So I decided to put the restriction on your strength so that you get that gimped slow ass swing in the middle. You can see I'm struggling with this guy. I never fight this guy with just a sword hilt and stuff like that, so I'm struggling. But basically you get that super gimped swing, and I guess your physical, you don't really do any physical damage except like 1 or 2 points or something like that. It's really minuscule. So the idea is that you can use either weapon buffs, itemized weapon buffs, no like Darkmoon Blade or anything like that. You can use like consumable weapon buffs like the lightning and the charcoal and the golden pine resin or whatever. And you can also lightning enchant your weapon or fire enchant. You can also like magic. You can also do the magic enchant, like the enchanted route, which I might actually take against I can't remember her name, but Quelaag or whatever, because early on you can really only access fire enchanting or magic enchanting, so I'm gonna go that route on her. I haven't actually completed this yet. I'm still on the trial game that I was doing. I'm still at like Quelaag or whatever, so I don't really know if this is even possible. But the rules that I've set for myself, obviously if anybody else is crazy enough to try something like this, the rules I've set for myself are no leveling up strength or dex. I don't really think it would have an effect anyway, as long as you couldn't swing the weapon at proper speed. You're not going to get any damage benefits. So basically I'm leveling up only vitality and endurance, and I'm thinking endurance is going to be a little bit more important. Vitality is nice, but I don't want to. I'm doing a trial run on a different one that I'm not recording on, just to check, just to gauge which is a good limit for your vitality, because I don't want to go too overboard. But I'm thinking against guys like, wait till you see the Taurus demon. You're gonna see a couple times when I miss my swing and just how absurdly open it leaves you. So I'm thinking even with as much vitality as I want, I don't think it's gonna really be overkill at all, because you're so open if you miss. And I don't know, it's kind of stupid, but I just thought it'd be something fun to try, because I mean, I've done other challenges on my own, like Soul Level 1. Pretty much anybody who cares about like challenging themselves in this game has basically done that already. New Game Plus 7, been there, done that. I wanted something that I thought nobody has ever done before, and actually seems like a lot of fun. So far it's really entertaining being able to take bosses down just using this strategy. But and like I said, I haven't completed the game using this yet, so I'm honestly not even sure if I can do it, but I'm gonna see how far my minimal amount of skill and preparation can take it. I'm thinking also when I'm not fighting bosses, I limited myself to my starting weapon. So I chose the knight as my starting class, and basically it's just going to limit me to using a broadsword, which is not that big of a deal. It's a nice weapon, but I don't want to make it too easy outside of boss fights, so limiting yourself to the starting weapon, it sounds like a good plan. So far I'm not really thinking that I'm going to limit my armor by any stretch of the imagination, because I mean, you're going to be getting hit a lot later on, especially like Ornstein and Smo. That's one fight I'm just terrified of. Alright, coming up to the Taurus demon, you can see that's what I'm dealing with if I miss. I mean, you guys all know that. But it's a whole different beast if you're like fighting the boss, like right in the middle of the fight, and that shit happens, which I believe it happens twice during this fight. Because he like jumps away, or you'll see soon enough, but I activate him. For this one, I decided to use gold pine resin. I think that's what it's called. You can actually get an enchanted weapon. I think, yeah, you can actually get an enchanted weapon at this point. So I could have fought him with that had I run out of my pine resin, or I could have farmed it as well. I believe there is a method to do it before you actually take this boss on. But you can see the plunging attack, because of the lightning, you know, I still get a decent amount of damage. So basically, almost 100% of my weapon damage is coming from these swings. But the problem is it's so slow and so leaves you so open, like right there. I probably couldn't have blocked that with my current stamina, and I wasn't really confident about that, so I tried to roll out of the way and still got hit because the delay on my swing is just so astronomically long. It's really hard to deal with. So I thought this would be a fun little gimping challenge to try. So far I've taken down a few bosses, but you guys will see all the ones that... Right there, here's a good example. I rolled and I forgot that it'll continue in the same direction. He had all day to hit me. Luckily he didn't, but you'll see later on there's another example of me whiffing and coming back to bite me right in the ass. Another problem with the weapon enchants is that right there you can see I did what? Like 4 damage, 1 damage. I can't even see it on my Sony Vegas screen. But if your weapon, it doesn't matter how much strength you have, I don't think. If your weapon's not buffed and you can't use it properly without the strength requirement, you're gonna do nothing. And this is just a Taurus demon. I mean, this is early on. So what I'm gonna try to do is lure him back over here and take a nice run and try to do another plunging attack. I just barely get it off too. You can see right there, he just barely missed. He should have hit me. I don't know what happened there, but and you probably can't hear it because I have my. You can see the screen shaking though, so you know he's like right behind me. So he came so close. So I'm gonna get up at the top and buff it again and do another plunging attack and finish him off. But I don't know. I thought this challenge would be a lot of fun. It's something different. I tried like no bonfire, no healing and stuff like that, and I mean I can do it. I've passed Ornstein and Smo in a no bonfire, no healing soul level 1 playthrough so far on a different. Right there I missed. Oh my god, I couldn't do anything. You can't roll, can't do anything, so you had to be precise. But this guy's kind of a pushover. He's nothing bad. I just bash him in his kneecap and end his life. So let me know what you guys think about other restrictions that I could possibly put on myself. But I think it's fair as far as it is right now. No using anything but your starting weapon outside of boss fights to limit how overpowered you can become. Nothing but strength gimped weapons, very key, because you can swing a gimped weapon that you don't have enough dex for at full speed. It just won't do any damage. So, but and not going overboard on healing items, I think that's also fair. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think this is a crazy challenge or not, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.